Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome. You are always welcome here on both sides of the aisle, and we are very proud of you, and we are proud of your service and those under your command, your service to our country and to liberty. I wanted to, all of us come from different parts of the country. The gentleman to my left, Hawaii, so that's Pacific, right? And the gentleman to my right, Texas. Well, I'm Great Lakes. And we each look at the world in a different way based on where we come from. But I was struck by your testimonies, and I read them all last night, how many of you mentioned in one way or another the shortage and need for technicians and those that actually work and create the new technologies of the future. And General Nordhaus, when we spoke recently, I was struck by something you said related to the guard base in my region, the 180th Fighter Wing, you know well. It's because of the maintainers. You said, if I'm quoting you correctly, that the unit scored as high as it did. Is that a correct quote? Am I quoting you correctly on that?
Yes, ma'am. I believe the National Guard has incredible maintainers because of the experience that they have, how they work together as a team. But yes, the 180th Fighter Wing certainly has incredible maintainers.
Well, the reason that I say that is because I'm going to ask each of you, in terms of recruitment as well as the situation our country faces, we can't produce airplanes on time, we can't get our ships built on time. Each of you faces challenges within the units that you command. What programs do you have or could have that would better work with local assets, be they educational or otherwise, to help us create a stronger stream of people who build and maintain? There's a program called Starbase, some of you may be familiar with. I'm not saying that's a good program that the military has, but it's something that started. What other programs exist within the military that could be a better funnel to move people into these professions that are so desperately needed, both by the military and the private sector? We have a serious shortage of technicians and mechanically trained people. We see it in our region every day, even though we try. Is there anything any of you is aware of within your branch that might be expanded to help in this way? And I'm talking about younger people, perhaps 12, 13 to 18, that could link to local organizations. What within the military exists or could be expanded?
Ma'am, if I could, locally near my headquarters in New Orleans, we have the New Orleans Military Maritime Academy. It is a 100% Marine Corps JROTC school in New Orleans with over 900 students that bring in and introduce the trades early on to get them interested in that. Because to your point, ma'am, they make that decision early on in high school, which route they might want to take. And even though they're not joining, they may not join the Marine Corps, they're interested in the maritime industry and the trades. Some of them go to the Coast Guard and other services as well. But that is a program, at least early on, that we've got in the Marine Corps.
Ma'am,
Who has the, excuse me, just one second, General, who has the lead on that, in that area?
Ma'am, the school it's a privately run school, but the Marine Corps JROTC, the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, it is funded by the Marine Corps, by the service. We provide uniforms, boots, all the basic things for the young students there at the school.
Thank you. Yes, General.
yes, ma'am. We use JROTC as well to navigate into that youth population and familiarize them with opportunities in the United States Army Reserve. I would tell you, just like in Toledo, though, in the Army Reserve, we have our private-public partnership program where we reach out into communities and we try to orient, youth that want to join to opportunities in the Army Reserve, specifically in the technician area. We're doing a hiring fair actually in Toledo in September where we'll illustrate, hey, here are some of the technician mechanic jobs we need. We're only funded to 50% of our requirement. We have a lot of shortages. You join the Army Reserve, become a great American soldier, we get you trained up. So we'll continue to drive on that.
We'll follow up on that. Yes, General?
Junior ROTC, just the same. That's run by the Active Duty Air Force Air Education and Training Command. And then it gets down to the individual bases that we're at for community outreach within their, any programs that they have in the local community, ma'am.
Thank you.
Congresswoman Kaptur, one thing I did in a previous job down at Kona 1st Air Force was Civil Air Patrol. And so that's another thing that Civil Air Patrol goes across from the Air Force. And then, as you know, our guardsmen and from each of the reserve component here, we work out in the community. So I think it's about getting the word out across the board about what we do and how we do it, and then continue to recruit and retain the best and the brightest.
Thank you.
Thank the gentlelady. Mr. Womack.